Right, well, we're at Cobham, the Chelsea training ground. Wanderers in action for the final pre-season game. It is one that's behind closed doors. You did your pre-season update yesterday, Mark, with Chris, so the weekly update. If you just touch on again how this one came about, rather than being a public game.
So obviously Horsham are great friends of ours, and Dominic, who's not cancelled a friendly in the 20 years I've known him, they got injuries and they're really struggling. So he was like, look, I'd rather cancel it, but I won't, blah, blah, blah. So we agreed to cancel the game. And then we put it on Twitter, and then Robbo, Marc, who runs the 23s here, saw it, and he's someone we stay in touch with, and he said, you know what, that's ideal, we're looking for a game. So it's going to be obviously largely 23s, there's a couple of first team boys out there, squad players, etc., Premier League players if you like, but of course, you know, this is an elite club. There's only probably 5 or 6 in Europe really that are an elite club, and Chelsea are one of them. So big test, but we're really grateful for the invite. Really grateful for the way they've treated us since we've been here. And you know, bearing in mind we're very near neighbours. I mean, this is a 12-minute joint for us. So yeah, we're looking forward to it really. And obviously the pitch is perfect, and it's nice for the boys to have a little bit of something different before the season.
Yeah,
I think, in honesty, Dan, like it felt a bit like monotony, like just playing teams that weren't as good as us, having the ball, hot days, you know, and the boys, I think we saw it levered last week, got a little bit bored with it, to be quite frank. But coming here, mate, you'd imagine that they'll have to switch on and they'll have to do their bits ahead of next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned this in the update yesterday, but as you say, it's that mentality thing, isn't it? The type of teams we've played, and this is a step up in class. And how's that reflected in the team you've gone with today, Mark, in the first and second half, in terms of what we're coming up against? I know you mentioned yesterday about out of possession being maybe more of a focus point for today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they'll have to be good out of possession, and they'll have to be smarter. You know, we are quite an open team, and we play a back three. Do you know what I mean? So they'll have to be shrewd. They're playing boys that are going to be really razor sharp, and when they nick the ball, they'll break on us, and they'll be really, really good. So they've got to be clever in what they do. But they're a really good side. They're a really good side. So the Wanderers. So I'm sure they'll give a good account in for large parts. I wouldn't expect us to win the game or anything like that, to be fair. But it's not really about that. It's about having the opportunity to come to this amazing venue and play against players that, I mean, there's a few boys there that have scored the winning goals in the Premier League and all sorts, but also there's future boys there that are going to be big names. So very privileged and flattered to be asked by Robbo and the club, and we're really delighted with that, and we just want to give a really good account. That's the plan, mate, really. And the boys now are on the home straight for the season. I was at Boston last night watching Chesterfield, and you know, I'm looking forward to next Saturday. You know, testing your pits against other managers and clubs is what it's all about. When you've been doing it 21 years, like I have, and some of our players as well, you're not really interested in pre-seasons and stuff like that. To be frank, after that long, what you want to know how the opposition play. You want to know the strengths and weaknesses. You want to go and watch them and think, right, this is how we're going to beat them. This is what we're going to do. And you know, we're going into the season. You know, we're going to the season really confident, to be fair, Dan. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see it being a problem for us.
Absolutely. Just a final one. We're going to put the teams out very shortly. Just to confirm who's playing today. But anybody absent today from the Wanderers who's not travelled over?
Yeah, Luke Moore's absent. Jimmy Murett's still not playing. He's still got recovering from this groin. Yeah. Everybody else is here really, so they'll all feature, but there'll be boys today that only get 20-25 minutes because we need to extend those that are more so in the plans for next week. But as I just told them in there, it's very much the case that we've got a small squad this year, and the season's going to come and go. 2 weeks in, when you play 5 games, you'll be looking at 14 players. So it's
a busy August, aren't we?
Yeah.
Last year, it's a busy August.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, isn't it?
And too many people players sometimes get hell bent on whether they're going to be picked for the first game. It really means nothing. What matters is, you know, can you sort of get in the side, sustain your place. So yeah, that's where we are really, mate. So yeah, like I said, really grateful for the invite for Chelsea, and it's a lovely pitch, and obviously we'll play some good football at times, hopefully.
Fantastic, Mark. Thanks for your time as always.
Cheers, Dan.
Catch up later on.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.